Hi everybody, it's Casey Williams. Subaru had a really good idea when it introduced the three-row Ascent crossover. It was a vehicle for people who are moving up from a Crosstrek or Outback, who had more family, needed more seats, a little more towing capacity, and just overall more space. But the one thing they really didn't do was add any style or add any sportiness to it. That gets fixed for 2022 with the Ascent Onyx edition. Let's go have a look at it. The sheet metal on the Ascent Onyx really hasn't changed, but all the trim pieces has. It really starts with the front, the black grille, black down below, 20-inch black alloy wheels, roof rack, badging, all blacked out. Looks kind of sinister, looks really cool. But some of the technology also stays. The lane following LED headlamps I think look really good, really connects to the other products. It's got 8.7 inches of ground clearance, so you can actually get on some light trails and do a little bit of off-roading with it. But the proportions of it, it's a really big SUV. It just looks like a big overgrown Outback or Crosstrek. And that's okay. It really ties it to the Subaru family. Come around the back, like I said, blacked out badging. Your dual exhaust outlets down below. Power hatch. With the seats up, not a lot of space back here. This is true of a lot of three-row crossovers, but the back seats do go down. Also, the middle row seats, they slide forward and back so you can adjust legroom depending on how many passengers you have aboard. You got 4 people, you're going to move those seats back, more, move a little bit forward. But with the seats down, quite a bit of space. You can get bicycles in here, all the luggage you want. Certainly plenty for 4 to 6 people traveling it. Subaru did all the right things with the Ascent Onyx Edition interior as well. A lot of the trim, you got the carbon fiber feel up here, also on the doors. Their StarTex material, it's faux leather. Easy to wash down, easy to wipe down if you've got kids or doing some outdoor activities. I like the two-tone gray. Again, it looks really nice. And these are big, cushy seats. Feel almost like Volvo seats. It's very comfortable. I like that the headrests are adjustable. But again, everything just feels really nice. I like the touch screen a lot too, the infotainment screen. My family has a 2022 Outback Wilderness Edition, and it's got the big tablet-style touchscreen. It looks very nice, very glossy. But the things I don't like about that is it's slow to start up. Sometimes it's a little finicky trying to find things on it. But the old-style touchscreen, I say old style, it's the last generation of it, works really well. Comes on instantaneously, easy to use, easy to maneuver. I like it a lot, actually. Proper volume and tuning knobs. Down below, you've actually got tri-zone automatic climate control. You got 2 zones in the front. You've got your own controls back here for the rear passengers. Heated seats, heated steering wheel. Down below, more storage, nice deep cubbies here. Everything you want. I really like this nice thick leather wrapped steering wheel. It's just like the one in my Outback, and I really like it a lot. Of course, being a Subaru, going to be a lot of safety equipment on this car. You've got adaptive cruise control, automatic emergency braking front and rear on this vehicle, lane keep assist, blind spot warning detection, rear cross path, all of the safety systems to keep you and your family protected as you go down the road. It's actually been very enjoyable to drive the Ascent crossover this week. So this has the 2.4 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. It's the same engine that's in the Outback Wilderness Edition. Plenty of power, even in a big 3-row crossover. So 260 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque. It's got a continuously variable transmission, which I don't absolutely love, but Subaru does a pretty good job of refining that transmission and making it quiet. Some of them, they kind of whine and buzz and just make all kinds of racket. Subaru's is pretty refined, and they've used them in most of their vehicles, and they've used them for many years, so it's pretty reliable. Ascent comes standard with all-wheel drive. With 8.7 inches of ground clearance, you actually can do some pretty decent off-roading with it. I've driven the Ascent and Outbacks off-road with that ground clearance, and it's actually pretty surprising. This has the X mode system, so you can configure the powertrain for different types of terrain and conditions, snow and mud and rocks and gravel and pavement and everything else. It has a hill descent control, so if you are off-roading, you got some really steep hills, you can kind of take it over the crest and let your feet off of it, and it will creep it down the hill, modulating the throttle and the brake. Fuel economy, again, for almost a full-size 3-row crossover is not bad. 20 miles per gallon in the city, 26 on the highway. But overall, I like driving it. Just like, I own an Outback and I like driving it too, but it feels very solid, feels very secure, feels like you can drive it over just about anything and it's going to take it. Certainly don't have to baby the vehicles. It handles well enough. Sometimes it feels just a little bit hollow and just a little bit kind of thrummy out on the road, but I think they've overall done a very nice job with this vehicle. And again, the power, plenty of horsepower to drive this. You can pull 5,000 pounds of trailer and do pretty much anything you and your family want to do. Subaru did exactly what it really needed to do with the Ascent crossover. You already had a nice roomy 3-row vehicle, plenty of room for the family. It just needed a little more attitude, a little more sport to it. With a turbocharged engine, all the blacked out trim, the interior upgrades, it really does work for this vehicle. And one of the things I think the owners are really going to like about it is there's a lot of value here. So the base Ascent starts just over $32,000. This one fully equipped, you're looking at $41,320. And that puts it right there with the Honda Pilot, the Toyota Highlander, and other vehicles like that. Well, next week we'll have another fun car. Until then, storm forward.